What's happening YouTube? Nick here at the A.G.C. and welcome to episode 10 of my Slimming World Diaries. This week we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to give you the results of my weigh-in and then I'll have a talk about the week and a few other things that are on my mind with regards to Slimming World. So at last night's weigh-in I'd lost half a pound. Initially not happy, but a loss is a loss, and I'm actually feeling better now than I did this time last week, with losing a pound last week and half a pound this week. I think my brain is finally coming round to the whole a loss is a loss. No matter how small a lot or how big really, a loss is a loss. It's still weight coming off. So I'm feeling okay. Half a pound, so a pound and a half in the last 2 weeks. It's not brilliant, but it's still coming off. I wanted to have a little talk about the week obviously that's gone and a few other things that are on my mind with regards to Slimming World and my progress and things like that. And I think it's time for a few home truths. I think there is no point in me doing this vlog and talking to you guys and letting everything go if I'm not being 100% honest. If I'm not telling you what I'm doing, if I'm not, being honest with you. Because it's pointless, it just doesn't work. It's not going to work for me. In the past, I think I've even kind of tried to fool myself with, oh no, it's okay, you can eat this and you can have that. It's not going to work. It's not a diet. I need to keep telling myself it's not a diet. I need to change the way I'm thinking. I'm not had a good week. I've not had good 2 weeks. I'm not stuffing myself. I'm not going massively over sins. I'm not eating and drinking whatever I want. But I'm not sticking to plan. I'm making meal plans. We made a meal plan last week and I say I stuck to it for half the week. It is difficult, as everybody knows. It is difficult, as I've said in previous videos. Our third baby is due in 5 weeks now, so getting in and preparing massive meals and making sure everything is meticulous is just not on the agenda. It's not as important as it was a few weeks back. It's just about eating now, making sure you've had something to eat. But that's not the main reason I think I've not been successful in the last 2 weeks. Yes, a lot of it is to do with it being so cold and not being able to get out and doing exercise. It has been freezing and raining and snowing, and it's nice and warm in the house. And I look at that, and that's on me. I've got to own that. I've got to go, okay, put your big jumper on and get out. Get out and do a walk. My main issue has been snacking and not sinning them, I think, and it's been stuff like with our kids, we don't, the lad's 3.5 and the little girl's 1.5. We don't let them eat a lot of sweets. I think that's on me. That I think because, I was until, my being 7, 8, 9, I was quite a slender kid, and I started eating sweets and things like that. I don't want my kids to have the same things I had growing up. Being overweight and being called fat boy at school and things like that. People talk about being called names until you're a big set teenager whose surname rhymes with smelly, jelly, and belly. You don't know being skinny. You don't know. But no, I don't want my kids to have that. So I've kind of gone the other way with regards to juice. They don't have pop. They don't the water, milk, things like that. They don't even drink fruit shoots or anything like that. And we don't give them plenty of sweets, but we do have a bit of chocolate and a bit of things in the fridge for them when they're good. And my boy likes Smarties. Well, I've been eating the Smarties. I've been coming to the fridge and just eating them and not sinning them. My wife went to the cinema this week with her sister, and she bought one of them big massive bags of sweets, and she brought over half of it home, and I just started eating them, and I'm not sinning it. And I think that's where I have to be honest, and that's where a few of the home truths have to come. I'm not sticking to what I need to be sticking to. The food side of it, and that I'm doing all right. I'm hardly had any speed foods this week at all. I just don't have the energy to be cooking. My wife is, as 8 months pregnant, so she's not wanting to be cooking loads of stuff, and I've just not been preparing food properly. So I've just been eating whatever's easy. And not having the speed foods, which obviously assist with everything. So I've got to take ownership that my they're not failings, and that's a big thing I have to say. They're not failings. My slowdown in weight loss has to be on me over the last 2 weeks. I don't know whether this is the old me trying to find excuses of why I haven't done what I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna hold my hands up and say I wasn't sticking to it. I wasn't good enough the last 2 weeks. So I'm 2 stone 11 and a half off in 9 weigh-ins, 10 weeks. It's still good. It's still great. It's fantastic, and everybody, Helen and everybody at the group are really, really supportive. And last night I made a joke about it. Everyone was saying such nice things, and I just said, "Can you all just let me sulk, please?" And it was meant as a joke. I'm not sulking. I'm in a much better frame of mind than I was last week, and I know it's not a blip. It's not a loss. Losses in I'm not winning like I was talking about last week. I'm certainly not gained, which is fantastic. I've had a loss every week. It has slowed down over the last 2 weeks, but I know what I've been doing wrong, and it's time for me to start owning that and saying, right, okay, if I want to be where I want to be, if I want to get the weight off, if I want to, example is that I went to a party on Saturday, and I had a couple of tweed jackets. I quite like tweed jackets up in the wardrobe, and the one that I've not been able to wear recently didn't fit me. I managed to wear on Saturday going to the do, and it's only when I've realised that the other ones I've got, and there's 2 or 3 of them that I've got, now bury me. Looks like I'm wearing my big brother's suit and my big brother's jacket. So I'm going to be banging them on eBay because they're relatively new. I only bought them in the last 6 months and I've hardly worn them. So I'm going to bang them on eBay. But it obviously is showing. I wear the same clothes to weigh in every week because I don't want any difference. I want, that's it. It's all the weight rather than, what I'm wearing. Everyone's been saying to me, you might have to invest in some new clothes and a new wardrobe because everything's too big for you. And it is. And obviously, it's difficult for me to see. I still can't see it. I know it's there because everything's so much more baggy than it was originally. But it's still difficult for me to see. But obviously, I know it's coming off. Yeah, so that's it really for this week, guys. I need to get back on track properly like I was doing at first. I know I'm not going to lose 4, 5, 6 pounds every week. I know I'm not going to get a certificate every week. I know I'm not going to hit milestones every week. But I think I've got to be doing more than 1.5 pounds a week, £1 a week, £0.5 a week. I know it's not terrible, and if I hit them again, I'm not going to be, oh God. But at 19 stone, which is what I am, the way I should be living this, and doing the slimming world and things like that, more should be coming off. So next week I really am expecting to be showing you my 3 stone certificate, telling you I've had a good week, telling you I've stuck to everything I've got out and exercise. So yeah, that's it. Again, guys, thanks very much for listening to me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the subs. We're up to 97 now. 3 more and we've got our 100, which is just insane. Again, thank you everyone. I really, really appreciate it all. And this part just for Anne, if you're watching, because I know you will be. As always, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and hit those likes. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you some more.